Today is Sunday, Parashat Yitro, and this week on Tuesday night and Wednesday during the day, it's the 15th of Shvat. It's the holiday of Tu Bishvat, which is Rosh Hashanah LaIlanot. It's the beginning of the year for the trees. This is when the sap starts flowing in the tree, and we have a custom to get together and say blessings on fruits and say blessings on the various fruits that we have, that we enjoy. It's a mitzvah to be thankful to Hashem and to bless Him on all those wonderful, tasty fruits that Hashem granted us. And therefore we do a seder, a get together where we sit down and we say brachot. So now it's Sunday, 2 days before Tuesday night. I thought it would be a good idea to go over some halachot that have to do with brachot and certain concepts associated with this idea of the custom of doing blessings on the fruits. The idea is to have many blessings on the table, and there's an order in which you say the blessings. First, you start with mezonot. Mezonot is a blessing you do on cakes or cookies or crackers, things that are made either of wheat or barley. And if you can have both wheat and barley, that would be great, because the land of Israel was blessed with 7 types of fruits and grains. It says here in the pasuk, Eretz chita usora, a land of wheat and barley, begefen and grapes, utena and figs, verimon and pomegranates, Eretz zet shemen, a land of olives, udvash and honey, referring to the sweetness of dates. So we have wheat and barley. So that would be the first bracha you'd say on mezonot. Then afterwards you have borei peri ha'etz. It could be on any of the fruits that are from the trees, but we usually would give precedence to some of the fruits that come from the land of Israel. The one that is the closest to the word eretz is zait, is the olive. So if you have olives, you would do borei peri ha'etz on olives, and that would include all the fruits that come from trees, whether it's dates or pomegranates or grapes or figs. So olives would be the first one. If you don't have olives, then it would be dates. If you don't have dates, then it would be grapes. If you don't have grapes, then it would be figs. If you don't have figs, then it would be pomegranates. The idea is to say blessings on fruits from a tree. If you don't have any of these, then of course you could say on apples or pears or oranges, etc. After the blessings from fruits that come from a tree, then you do borei peri ha'adama. And that would be, let's say, on strawberries, or bananas are also adama. And then finally, shehakol, which is something that you'd say either on drinking some juice or drinking some water, or if you have something that you can eat, like let's say, if you had some eggs or some fish or something like that, that would be preferable to do shehakol on that instead of a liquid. Then there are brachot like shechianu. What is shechianu? That's a bracha that you say on a new fruit that you haven't had yet in this season, or a fruit that you've never had before. You would say shechianu on it. Now, if you have several fruits like that on the table, you would say only once shechianu, that includes all the fruits that would need to have shechianu on it. So you said borei peri ha'etz, but then shechianu is a blessing that you add for the new fruits that you haven't had yet this year, or maybe you've never had that type of fruit, and there are some exotic type of fruits that you've never seen before. You would say shechianu on them. But if they're on the table, one shechianu would include all the new fruits at one time. The idea, if you wanted to say several times shechianu, you keep them in the kitchen or away from the table, and you bring one at a time, and actually various people from around the table can say shechianu on behalf of everybody or yourself. So if you were going to have wine also, which is a good idea, that would go before the fruit trees, before the fruits. So it's a mezonot would be number 1, then gefen would be saying borei peri gefen, then fruits, then adama, then shehakol. Now if you have several types of wines, and after you've had the first wine, you said borei peri gefen, you wanted to drink a different type of wine that is better maybe than the first one you had, or at least the same quality, You add another bracha, which is Hatov ve'ametiv. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu Haolam Hatov ve'ametiv. The one who makes it good and even better. Because now you have something that is even better quality. So these blessings are important to say. It's a time to celebrate what Hashem has granted us, these fruits, the vegetables, the different things. And very important not to partake of any food without saying a beracha, without saying a blessing. Because if you went to a supermarket and went shopping and didn't pay at the cash register, something would be wrong. They'd say, hey, wait a minute, you need to pay before you go home. Also, when you partake of a fruit or any food that Hashem has given us, you say a bracha before you partake of it. And if you have a certain amount of quantity, then you'd say also a bracha achrona, the bracha afterwards. There's certain minimums that you need to eat in order to say a bracha after that. There's also a custom, as we enjoy and partake of all the fruits, if you're able to find pesukim, verses from the Torah, from the writings that refer, some midrashim, some portions of the Gemara that refer to that specific fruit. An example, for instance, is figs. In the Gemara it says that the words of Torah are like a fig tree, because when you think that you've picked all the figs on the tree, you come the next day, you find another fig that just became ripe. And then a couple of days later, you find another fig that became ripe. It's not all picked up at the same time. Actually, here in Los Angeles, I've noticed that some fig trees would give fruits from, let's say, May all the way until October or November. It's a long period. And every time you discover a new fruit that just popped up and now is ripe. That way also the Torah, every time you find another chidush, something that you didn't know before, a new concept associated to it, there's always more to be learned and more to be found. So enjoy Tu Bishvat. Make sure that you now still have a couple of days to go shopping and buy all these fruits and vegetables and enjoy a beautiful meal of Tu Bishvat either on Tuesday night or Wednesday during the day. And if you're in the area, if you're in Los Angeles, please join us at Ema Banim at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. We'll do the Seder of Tu Bishvat. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.